What's going on today? Today, guys, I want to tell you about, are you on the path of living your best life? Are you on the path of self actualization? Guys, today, I just want to talk to you about what's happening for me on the path of self actualization. I actually want to just talk about and just have a conversation with you as you're listening in hopes that I can really help my own problems of ups and downs through the path of living my best life in hopes that we can connect further and just have a real conversation with you. And also in hopes that this helps me get some solutions and helps you get some solutions on your path towards your best life, towards your full potential. Because honestly, today, we all have those days, right? We all have those days. And like today, this is day, what are we, day eight? Day eight out of 30. Like, I don't know if you can see where I'm at right now, but my mattress is over here. I just wanted to be real with you guys today. Like, the room doesn't look super nice, super perfect. I feel a little like, insecure about that. Like, I wish it looked a little nicer, but honestly, I was like, fuck it. Like, I just want to be real today because I'm having one of those days that I feel like you can relate to and we can all grow from. And like, last couple nights I've had on my path of self actualization. That's what this is really about. I'm going to share with you guys this. So, some of the trials and tribulations of like living your best life, like trying to maximize your life, and like the fact that humans are so like we just fall off track sometimes. We're flawed. Like we have like I'm just to the point where it's just like I continuously fall off track like sometimes, and I'm like, wow, I'm just observing myself. And I go down these super deep spiritual paths of like going too far. Like, have you been there? Where you're just like, you're so deep into spirituality that, let me just try to fix that. Okay. Not sure why my mic is making that noise. It should be fine. Should be fine. All right, whatever. So I want to help. I want to share this with you guys today. I think it's important that we also be real and like show reality because like I'm struggling today. Like day eight has been like, I just sometimes go on these, maybe it was like what I had in my coffee today. I don't know. Do you ever go down these thought roads and these ideas in your mind that are so deep, so profound, so crazy, and you're like, whoa, like life is amazing and all these things are happening in my mind, but then you're like, wait a second, I'm like way off track today. Do you ever have those days? Because I just feel like such a multifaceted human being. It's like I've been afraid to show people how freaking spiritual I am. Can you relate? I'm so fucking spiritual. It's like I've been so afraid to show people that because of fear of being judged, like fear of being like, it's really just fear of being judged, fear of people not accepting me. I think of people like from my past, from growing up, and I think there's still like a fear there, but so it's like on the path of self actualization, I'm constantly like finding more and more of myself, like, and I'm never gonna fucking settle. Like, do not settle, full potential or nothing. Like, I'm gonna fucking keep going, right? And I'm gonna fucking reach it and keep going. But like on the path of self actualization, of living your fullest potential in all the fucking areas in life, there's just times where you continuously like you fall off track and you continuously like find deeper and deeper parts of yourself. and more sides of yourself. And at some point, you realize, like for me, one of my biggest weaknesses has been like not knowing my weaknesses. I remember like 2 years ago in 2022, one of my good friends, Doug Duffrin, who I used to work with, said, like, dude, maybe your weakness is that you don't know your weaknesses. Has anybody been there? Like, don't know your weaknesses. And so I just feel like I've been afraid to show a lot of people like my spiritual side. I'm this driven, ambitious, handsome man who has this kind of identity, but I'm so multifaceted that I can relate to anyone. And then there's like this other side of me that's so highly spiritual and loves to study psychology, loves to study philosophy, loves to talk about this stuff, obviously, loves to express myself authentically. Like, there's just these sides. These sides to myself. It's not necessarily two. It's not necessarily these different sides. It's literally just like, it's not necessarily like two sides or just two sides. It's, I just am so multifaceted and creative that it's easy to go down certain roads and like change paths all of a sudden. I mean, the life that we live in now is, there's so many options, there's so many choices. I know what I want to do long term. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know my vision. I know to the freaking T, brother, sister, whoever's listening. I freaking know my freaking vision. And that's why I talk about a vision, guys. That's why I talk about how powerful and important a vision is. But the path to your vision, the path to fucking self actualization, is just a windy fucking road. It's a windy fucking road, guys. There is just, can anybody relate out there? Put some comments. If you can relate, like this video, if you can relate, drop a comment. If you're still listening this far in, like, drop a comment because you can clearly relate to this. But it's like the path of self actualization so windy. It's so like, this is the way I like to think of it. It's like you've got a peak. I love mountains. You need a mountain to climb. You need your vision. Like, I know what it looks like up there. I know what I want. I've found my peak. First, you've got to find your peak, guys. There's about 50,000 fucking peaks out there, and in this day and age, and you've got to find which fucking peak is best for you. If you ever need any help with that, that's what I do as a coach. I help you find your peak, and then I help you fucking get there, because I'm going to make sure you're accountable to get there as I'm on my path. If you ever need help, let me know. But you've got to find your peak. You've got to find it. What's your fucking peak? And that's what the vision is about. That's what the vision is about. You've got to know exactly where you are, what you want. You've got to visualize it all the time. But your road to get up there, dude, you have no clue how you're going to get up there. It's going to be windy. You're going to feel like you're off track. You're going to need to stop and sit on a rock. You're going to need to fucking like go with a group of people so that you can get hugs when you're like, man, I need some freaking help. Like, this is hard. We can't do life alone, guys. And that's why I want to create a community. Like, I've created like in-person communities of so many awesome people I know around the world, that homies, like, I want to create a community. And so if you drop that in the comments, if you want a community, like if that's interesting to you, DM me on Instagram, full_potential_living. All right. You can also do that too. But I want to create a community on my path to self actualization, because it's like I've wanted to do that online for a while. have been like, what platform do I use? I might use school pretty soon. Anyway, let me know if that's interesting to you guys, because back to the analogy, climbing that fucking peak is hard. You chose a path of fucking full potential. And that's why, like, I work with a lot of athletes. I work with a lot of like ambitious people. I work with a lot of highly spiritual people. I work with people that need direction, like, and need accountability to get to their fucking goal, because I need that. I have my own coaches, right? And it's just a journey. It's a journey of us doing it together, y'all. And so back to the analogy again. When you get to certain points, you need somebody to fucking give you a hug and be like, yo, you're good. Hey, chill. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. Just pause. Maybe eat something. All right. Get some water. You don't need to hike like 15 hours straight. Okay. Right. Give me a hug. Okay, great. Get that water. All right. Let's go. Right. You need people by your side on your path to self actualization. Right. So you need to find your peak, and then you need to go. You need to go for it. Right. You need to know finding the peak is part of the hard part. Right. But you need people, you need community, you need people to help you get up to that peak. Right. Because I know you're not going to give up on it. You're somebody who's not going to settle. You're never going to fucking settle for anything than your best life. And so you need to be around people like that. And you can impact people to be the same. Right. But like part of my struggle has been like on that path, doing that path, is it's fucking windy. Like there are just days where you're off track. You're way over here and you're like, what? Most days you're fucking on it. And then there's just days where you're off. You're way off. And you're like, whoa, what is this other? But the crazy part is when that happens, what I've discovered is like I've discovered parts of myself. Like, whoa, I didn't even know I had that part of myself. Whoa, like I'm noticing this pattern every couple of weeks where I go hard, I go hard, I go hard, I go hard. And then it's like I'm on track, progress. And then boom, like off track. And I'm like in this crazy world. And I'm like, whoa, highly spiritual man coming in. Here he goes. Here he is. And I use that. I don't condemn it. I'm learning to do that. I'm learning to do that more. I didn't always start like that. But please don't shame like the fucking all the parts of yourself just because they don't fit into the box of fucking society. Fuck that. Like, understand what they are and what they're teaching you. That's part of the path of self actualization, is that when you're on that path, weird stuff happens, you get off track, roadblocks come up, you go a fucking different way because you're interested, and then all of a sudden you're like way off the path. You're like, what am I doing? Where am I? And you're like, oh, wait, I thought this was something wrong, but actually, I actually just learned something about myself. Oh, whoa, cool. I don't prefer that. Perfect. Now I know more about myself. So, guys, when you're on your path to a self actualizing life, when you're not settling for some fucking BS life that you don't really like, when you're on the path of having fucking no regrets, maximizing who you fucking are in this lifetime and not fucking settling for anything less, when you're on that path, you're going to have days like that. You're going to be way off. And the cool part is like, those are the days where you learn a lot. Where when you make mistakes, when you find things that you don't like, when you run into situations, circumstances, or results that you don't like, boom, perfect. This is the full potential living mindset. Boom, perfect. Everything always happens for me. Awesome. Perfect. Right? Everything, not, oh, yeah, this thing, that thing, not sure about. No, fucking every single thing that happens in your life, every single thing is happening for you, not to you. Never, never, always for you. That's part of the full potential living mindset. Because when you use that, when you come into failure, when, so to speak, when you come into roadblocks, when you find situations, people, and circumstances that you don't prefer, you don't like, boom, oh, perfect, thank you. Literally, like not from an ego place, like literally, like, oh wow, thank you. I know I don't want to do that. Like process of elimination. I know I don't want to take that path. But if I never went down it and then hit a freaking roadblock with my head, I never would have known that. I would have had to figure it out later. I could have gone down a path that I thought was good, but it really wasn't. And that goes for your career, that goes for your relationships, that goes for your finances, that goes for your whole fucking life, because we are maximizing everything here, guys. Your spirituality. We are maximizing our potential in all the fucking ways. Right? So if you run into a roadblock today, if you run into something today like I have today, take a deep breath. Go, hey, okay. Normally you're going to get frustrated. Normally you're going to get angry. Normally you might sadness come up. I don't know what it is for you, but I know I've had all those. And I'm like, yo, confusion, lack of clarity. Like, what am I doing? Like, where am I go? What? Wait a second. What's my vision again? Where? Like, there's days where you have that. And so instead of like getting frustrated, angry, and sad about it, it's okay, like, to feel that. It's okay. Like, remember, emotions are there to tell us something. They're a messenger knocking on our door. Actually, I don't know if I have said that in this series of podcasts yet, but that's what they're for. They're literally a messenger. Anger is going, hey, there's a boundary that somebody or something crossed. Don't let them cross that boundary. Don't let them do that. That's not okay. They crossed a boundary. Frustration is saying you're not in alignment with the present moment. It's saying you're not accepting reality. That's what it's saying. You're not accepting reality is what frustration is saying. You're not being present. You're not going, okay, what can I learn from this? Sadness is just something that's, hey, maybe you need to release something. Maybe you need to release a past self. Maybe you need to release something that doesn't fucking serve you anymore. Maybe you need to release that. And that's literally what tears are. They're releasing emotions, releasing tension that's been stored, that's been held, that is not in alignment with your highest and truest self. That's what tears are doing. They're releasing something. Right? So those emotions are there for a reason. So once they come up, feel them, let them be what they are, but then go, okay, instead of getting frustrated, instead of getting angry, what, like, instead of like allowing those to fester, essentially, what is this teaching me right now? Every single time, guys. Not once, not when it feels good, not when it's like, oh yeah, it's easy. Every single fucking time something that you don't like happens. Perfect. Awesome. What am I learning from this situation? Going down that trail up to this peak, like, what am I learning from this? Just hit my head. I don't want to do that again. Let me go ahead and turn around now. And I'll remember that for next time. Right? That's part of the path of self actualization, guys. That's part of the path of maximizing your life. You are not doing something easy. And why would you? Easy is like, you could just, like, easy has no challenge. Easy has no growth. Hard makes you better. Hard makes your soul grow. You're here to grow your soul. You're here to grow your personality, your identity. You're here to discover more of who you are. That's why you're on planet Earth. That's why you're here. Discover more of who you are. Let those things be thy discovery. Let those things be the thing that you learn from so that you don't do it anymore. Most people get these things that happen that they don't prefer. And they go, oh my God, I hate life. Oh my God. And it's okay if that's you, just make the adjustment. That's it. No shame. Don't go on a shame thing now. If that's you, boom, hit my head. All right. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Have some grace for your struggles. Have some grace, please. Take a deep breath as one of my sticky notes just fell down. This is just a truth rant today, guys, because I'm on my path to self-actualization. And I want you to come with me. This is me on my path. I'm shining the way with a flashlight. But guys, I need people, whether they're behind me, whether they're on the side of me, I don't care. We're doing this together, y'all. I'm shining this light, this fucking light that God has given me, that the universe has given me, that's shining through me, through the mic right now. Energy is coming through me. Did you feel that? I also have humor. Let me get a drink. So, all that's coming through me. I'm shining a light. It's the middle of the dark. It's the middle of the night. It's freaking midnight. And we're freaking, because we chose this freaking awesome, challenging, fun path that is hard. It is challenging. And I've got this light, guys, and I'm just shining on the path. And I'm like, yo, let's do this. Let's do this, homies. And maybe we're in a circle. No, we can't be in a circle if we're on a hike. But I'm shining this light. Like, let's go, y'all. Let's go. And we're all walking this together. All right. That's my talk. That's my rant. A little bit of a rant today. On my weirdness, on my vulnerabilities, about my self-actualization path. Because guys, it ain't easy, but it's breezy, more breezy if you do it with other people. So join me on my path, on your path, on our path to self-actualization. If this resonated with you, my friend, then we are friends. But hit the like button. I'm going to drop this on YouTube. I'm going to drop this on Spotify like usual. This is day 8. Just throw me a like. Hit the like button, guys. If it resonates with you. If it doesn't, that's okay too. No pressure. No pressure, dog. If it doesn't, hey, just move on to the next video. You got your own path to go, right? If it does, hit the like button. Please drop a review on Spotify, on Apple, wherever you listen to your audio podcast. Drop a review there. 5-star review, please. 5-star review on Spotify. Follow me on Spotify. Please follow me on Spotify. Follow me on Apple. I believe it's follows on Apple, right? Subscribe on YouTube. Please do that. Whichever kind of what you're watching this through right now, or listening, just follow there or subscribe there. Okay. Drop a comment, drop a like. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what's going on in your mind when I talk about these things. When you're on your path, if this was like who you are too, like drop a freaking comment because we're trying to do this together. All right. What else do I want to say to finish? I think it's just on the path of self-actualization. This is a windy road. This is a windy path. Don't get me wrong. There's some good days where the sun's freaking shining and we're all thriving. There's a lot of those. But there's these days where you're going up the path and it's freaking midnight going up to your peak. And it's freaking like you've got a flashlight. And if you're doing that alone, homie, freaking join our crew. Come join so we can do this together. Because it's going to be a lot easier if we can pat each other on the back and like give each other hugs like, hey, it's going to be okay. You got this, so we can say good words to each other, keep each other positive, keep going on our own peaks towards our potential, because that's what this is all about. That's what I want to leave you with. Man, I could keep talking. This is fun, but I love you guys. Yeah, like, subscribe, follow, all the good things that help me bring this to more people and help us grow. Because full potential living is not mine, it's ours. It's ours. So remember, do not settle. Full potential or nothing. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.